Trash bags, boxes, tubes, a broken wheel, the most select waste from the finest homes. I don't see anything that I'd ever need or want. It's in such bad shape, I wouldn't be... I'd love to, but my schedule's all booked this week. Call me next week and I'll make some time at my unrepairable contraption repair garage. From an olfactory... I don't see... Not only... It's not the... Since I don't feel like having another homeless individual slap me upside the head again, I shall try the diplomatic approach. Hey, you, lummox, come out if you feel like it.
Lay off the insults, pal. I haven't dissed anyone here.
Haven't dissed anyone. You slapped me across the face harder than Bud Spencer.
And I shall repeat that gift for you, pal, if ever you try to prance into my office again without an appointment. By the way, do me a favor and call me by my nom de plume, Mr. Tom Finnegan, scriptwriter.
Scriptwriter? Have you written the script of any real movies?
Too many, pal. So many I don't have any ideas left in my head.
You're out of ideas? Hey, I have tons of them.
Oh, no. Here we go. Why is it everyone thinks we scriptwriters will be interested in other people's ideas?
'Cause you don't have any of your own?
Pal, your reasoning is flawless. Let your imagination flow, pal.
A musical about zombies on dinosaurs.
No, I'm not seeing it. Sincerely, I cannot envision that.
The Troubled Water Vessel with Spectacles. A post-Freudian thriller with Nouvelle Vague overtones.
No, I'm not seeing it. Sincerely, I cannot envision that.
A dorky guy's driving along and hits a girl being chased by the Sandretti Mafia clan.
I don't know. That could be golden chicken material. Pal, please be so kind. Come into my office. A nerdy guy is driving along and hits a girl. A beautiful one, of course. I see it. I'm starting to imagine the scene.
Step, step, step. Help! The Sandretti Mafia clan is chasing me.
Step, 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 step. Hey, damn, she's getting away.
Ah!
What a pretty girl. I'll take her to the hospital. We'd have to change the name of the Mafia clan. I don't want those Sandretti brothers coming over to mess up my office, my wardrobe, or my smooth skin. One thing's clear. We've got a blockbuster on our hands. I just need to know how it ends. Anyway, why were you paying me this visit, pal?
Is that furniture from IKEA?
Some of it might be, but I prefer the second-hand market. Recycling and pinching my nose are my best personal shopping consultants.
What do you know about the building across the way there?
Ha! It's filled with as many different variants of the stuck-up and upwardly mobile as you can think of. On the first floor are Daddy's girls and a television talk show host. And on the second are some immature athletes and a snooty broker. And so on until reaching the penthouse, where a psychiatrist lives who thinks he's Willem Dafoe.
Tell me about...
I was asked to write a script for which I eventually won the Golden Chicken. Provisionally Deceased, the story of three catatonic friends with a great sense of humor.
I think I know how to continue the plot of the nerdy guy.
Let your imagination flow, pal.
The girl and the geek escape from the mafia and... they lock themselves into a room and start exploring the use of their family jewels and the like.
No, I'm not seeing it. Sincerely, I cannot envision that.
They devour each other as a result of a South African rabies epidemic.
No, I'm not seeing it. Sincerely, I cannot envision that.
They meet 3 drag queens who are lost in the desert.
That's been done a million times, but it might work. I see it. I'm starting to imagine the scene.
3 damsels?
Ooh, what a stud.
Hop in our bus, big boy. Step, step, step.
Come here, there's a great view.
Yes, this is a great view.
There could be a big audience for that. Then what?
The Sandrettis find them again. They run away and reach the end of the world, where they see a giant turtle off in the distance.
No, I'm not seeing it. Sincerely, I cannot envision that.
The Playboy Mansion, where she dyes her hair blonde and he discovers true pleasure.
No, I'm not seeing it. Sincerely, I cannot envision that.
A village in the old Far West, inhabited by hippies, hackers, and
A Mexican fortune teller. I see it. I'm starting to imagine the scene.
Gee, what a swell town. I'll remember it as long as I live.
Wee wee woo. He's gonna see that crazy Indian fortune teller.
Come, I'll show you the real chicken ritual. That's all I need. With this material, I've got enough to write a masterpiece. It'll take me 3 or 4 months to finish up the plot, a few more to polish it, and 6 weeks to iron out the dialogue. Thanks for your help, pal. The golden chicken awaits us.
thanks for all your help.
Thank you for visiting, pal.
Whilst mounted therein, the intrepid window washers of New York restore the shine and transparency to the windows of our beloved metropolis. Let's see if it works. Holy pterodactyl! What a humongous bird! It's a guillotine window that opens upwards. I'm not a guru who can walk across thin air, not even smoggy New York air. It's a guillotine window. I can't... Bennett owns the whole top floor, so that window must belong to his penthouse. I don't get it. I'm not a guru, not even... Not too shabby at all. Looks like crazy people are quite a profitable business. But I've got to get over there no matter how. It's not all... Judging by its amazing height and the electrical storm brewing, I wouldn't be surprised if it were struck by lightning at any moment. Judging by the height I'm at and the electrical storm brewing, I wouldn't be surprised if a dish of spaghetti fell from the sky at any moment. With meatballs. The lightning... The different parts of the chicken legs are welded together. The different parts of the Judging by the height I'm at and the electrical storm brewing, I wouldn't be surprised if it rained on me at any moment. I could use a nice shower. Judging by the... Okay, even if there's no meat... The different parts of the chicken legs are welded together. One is full of liquid, and the other's with some sort of olives that are extremely reminiscent of cockroaches. I'll open this one. Let the cucarachas rest in peace. Oh. Chloroform, or something worse. A half second more and I'd be unconscious. No, if it breaks in my pocket, I'll That liquid'll knock you out faster than a broad hand. No. Hey, Tom.
What do you need?
What's in those jars out there?
I won't go into details, but during troubled times, few products display their expiration dates openly.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Better not. No. I already tried before. No. The one in the middle is... It's no longer... I can't... It's open just... No. I see it. Looks much... Everything is still so... Script Planet Restaurant, staff only. I shouldn't, but it is a restaurant, and I am kinda hungry.
Hold your horse feathers. Somebody's knocking at the door.
But
No one. People are so rude these days.
Jonah, the acting waiter, is inside.
My deepest thanks for allowing me to enter your humble abode. Encyclopedias, life insurance. Do you believe in life everlasting? Is your furniture from IKEA? By the way, allow me to introduce myself. Jonah Johnson, unemployed actor and acting waiter. With whom do I have the pleasure?
Brian Basco.
My mistake. No pleasure at all. How can I help you, my friend?
The way you talk reminds me of someone.
It's my job. Comes with the territory. Since Script Planet is a movie-themed restaurant, we waiters are all undiscovered actors who wait on tables while imitating known actors. This week I've been assigned a role as a Marxist actor of the Grouchian subset. It's much easier than being myself, especially with all the available documentation.
Are you alone?
Are you coming on to me, sir? A little respect. I'm a youth. I'm a little lost lamb. And if you're on the lamb, you gotta leave me alone. Get out of here. The restaurant's closed and I'm by myself. I have to wait for the drunkard at table 23 to wake up before I can go home.
Who's the drunk guy at table 23?
One of our illustrious customers, a bigwig from the movie industry. He's gonna give me a nice role. That's why I've been buttering him up.
So, you're an actor.
Actually, I'm a waiter by vocation, but for the time being, I'm willing to do as a professional actor until I find something more up my alley.
I'd say you're a waiter right now.
Touché. Allow me to exit stage left and commit suicide. I'll be right back.
I'm famished.
Oh, that's easy to fix. Imagine a steaming bowl of urine about to overflow. Then toss fistfuls of the bowl's contents against the blades of a running fan, lick your fingers, and...
Gross. You've ruined my appetite.
See just how easy that was? Don't thank me for it. Jonah Johnson, here to help.
I'm gonna go keep begging and stuff.
Without proposing? What nerve?
There's something hanging from the hole. It's locked with a padlock. What if there's an alarm hooked up? I'd rather not risk it. There's something hanging from the hole. Better. Better. It's hanging from the hole in the sliding metal door. Good. It's similar to the one stevedores use to lift stuff. I saw one just like it in a horror movie. There was a guy wearing a raincoat in the film. I know, I saw it last summer, but I can't remember the title. I saw it with Gina. She probably remembers. A wall, containers, garbage, and an overwhelming stench. No, too much light is already going through, and I don't want too many people to see me. Is it curved, or are my eyes bugging out on me? If this was on Bennett's building, I'd try. But here, for the little benefit I'll reap, I'm not risking it. Nice building. All that's left is an empty shell. The chain it's hanging from is attached to the arm of the crane. Pretty cool. The chain... I see. In the end, it'll turn out that That's kind of an awkward place to put a hammer. I can hardly see it. It's not the latest model, but I'm sure it could be used for something. Hey, one time I saw a catalog from the Japanese company that manufactures these contraptions. Turns out they're designed to withstand an entire building falling on top of them. Darn, it's locked. Rubble! Could perfection be any more beautiful than in a striking piece of rubble? Perhaps in a white twisty tie or, well, Gina. I've decided to take this one because the placement of the two bits of metal creates such a sublime equilibrium that the majesty of the chunk at the base is emphasized to utter perfection. Though in all truthfulness, the rest of it fully merits its description using the poetic term rubble as well. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Possibly the finest piece of rubble I've ever come across. Considering its size, I won't really be able to use it as a weapon at a time of danger, but I'll find some use for it. Despite the scientific fact that I have no desire to destroy this masterpiece of rubble, it will come in handy if I absolutely must reduce the rubble's weight at some point. But for now, just leave it as it is. Utter perfection. Hey, what turns... No way. I couldn't break that if I pounded on it all night long. It's made of special glass, too. These vehicles are specially armored to keep the worker inside safe during demolitions. Good idea. I'll stick it right next to the lock, in the space between the door and the driver's cab, to see if the lock busts off. Presto. Let's see how this works. Yes! I don't know if I'll be able to use it for anything, but at least I figured out why the sheet of iron was there. It was covering a ditch. Let's hope it doesn't fall down. Not interested. It's pitch black down there. I can't see very far down, but... Look! A briefcase! Okay. Nah, there's nothing in here anymore. Wow! A blowtorch! I can use that. In addition to finding the blowtorch inside, I don't see what other purpose it would serve me. I don't think that will come in handy. Better not. No, it may still be useful to me. It's seen better days. It's locked with a pad. I'd rather go pyromaniac. Better not. I don't know what... Oh, that's a wonderful idea. I heard it once at a suicide convention, and I couldn't help but applaud. That won't... I don't like... I don't like that. I doubt that'll work. It leads to the inside. No, I see a bit of light and would... I don't want to do... No, don't want to wake up the guy getting his Z's. Hey, that might just work. There's something down there. Looks like an anti-gas helmet. Headgear with more or less the same purpose as a gas mask, but in the form of a helmet. It was in a sewer, which is an appropriate place, I guess. There's nothing down there. That must be the service entrance or something. Unweld the doors? Sorry, but I'd wager they're not welded on. A pair of doors like those? No way. It doesn't seem like there's much of a crack between the doors, but... Impossible. The doors are so tightly fit that I can't even get the hook between them. I don't feel like tossing everything. I don't want to do... Better not. The helmet could certainly come in handy if I have to spray something with chloroform, but put it on the helmet itself? That is not the most appropriate use. This unwelds lead in 2 quick little blasts of hellfire. better not... Hey, Tom.
What do you need?
Thanks.
Thank.
Let's think about this for a second. Its left leg is loose at the top. If I unweld it at the bottom and I get it to fall towards Bennett's building, I'll have a slide. Okay, let's do this. Darn, it's short by a couple of feet. I'll lower the elevator just in case. I'll run to get enough momentum to go those last few feet. Good plan. It'll be the riskiest thing I've ever done, but something tells me I'm not gonna bite the dust tonight. I'm ready. As ready as I'll ever be. Whoa! No, 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 no! Gina! Don't worry. I got a blowtorch. I'll burn the ropes and... What's wrong?
This is for burning me.
Ow! But...
This one's for all you put me through. And this one? Come here.
How's the report coming along, Judge?
I need more time, if you want them to believe it.
Think about your daughter. Write faster. Wasabi, the girl.
Oh, you've disappointed me, my darling. Not so good with ropes, huh? False alarm, everything's cool.
I just arranged to meet with the buyer of the Transonite. Move it.
Right away, feel me.
Gotta find out what's going on. This is some major news. I gotta tell Brian. I hope he didn't get hurt. He's probably fine, but how can I really know for sure? I used up all the juice in those containers to fill the bucket. I'll take 2. They're empty, but they may be useful for something. Who knows? Just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I enjoy perusing detergents and stuff like that. Hello, it's the 21st century. I'd say I have nothing to clean. What a terrible place. No, the scarf ended up coming in handy because it was so wide that I had plenty of space to... That's where the bucket was. You got to admit, it's much more reliable than handcuffs. How weird. I'd swear that wasn't there before. Could Brian have dropped it? But what would he be doing with a funnel? Strong stuff. It's used to tie up packages. It leads to a hallway. At the end is the dining room where Tarantula, the judge, and that guy with the weird hair are. I think Wasabi's his name. No, what I did before was already... No, I don't want... It's full of lawn. No, besides the scarf, I didn't see anything I'd take. I hate ironing. I hope I don't have to do that menial task anymore in the near future. No, besides the scarf, I didn't see anything I'd take. It finally cooled off. From the looks of this joint, I'm assuming Bennett never ironed. He probably had a maid who did it for him. I've got to figure out a way to talk to Brian, no matter what. Brian? You there? Nothing. He's so far down he can't hear me. But if I scream louder, Tarantula is sure to hear me again. There's something to that idea, but it needs a bit more planning first. I don't see how that would help. Yeah, I guess it should pierce through the plastic without a hitch. Ready. I made a hole in the bottom. Not that I listened much in school, but a while back, Brian told me about this dumb thing I keep remembering ever since. It was some sort of contraption you made by connecting two yogurt containers with a wire. Something like this, though I haven't attached one of the juice containers yet because I don't know how long I need the string to be. That's it? You're really inspired today, girl.
Brian, can you hear me? Brian? Brian?
I finally got my memory back. Thanks to you, Gina.
Good, because I have something to tell you. Listen up. This is important. I followed Wasabi because Tarantula was telling him something about the Trantonite. And
The sale will take place here tonight. The Italians are sending their man. Name is Furio, with the 10 million bucks at 3 in the morning.
So that's what this is all about? All the deaths, just for money?
For a lot of money. And let's not forget the pleasure of killing. Pay attention, Wasabi. We gotta be ready for another visit.
What visit's that?
Bosco's coming here tonight.
The dead bloke?
He's alive. He's incredibly tenacious. Half-vet still at stand guard.
A mafia hotshot named Furio. Thanks, Gina. You just gave me a brilliant idea. Thanks, Gina. You may not understand how, but you just gave me an amazing plan.
I don't, huh? So why do you think I told you about it?
Okay. Calm down. I'll take it from here. Tarantula is waiting for an Italian mafia kingpin to bring $10 million at 3 in the morning. If I hand over that same amount before the mafia kingpin gets here, while I'm dressed up as a mafia kingpin, I could set some sort of trap. But it can't be me who goes in. They're obviously expecting me. So here's the plan. 1. Find a volunteer to pretend he's the mafia kingpin. 2. Disguise him well enough so they fall for it. 3. Get $10 million. 4. Give my volunteer some sort of trap to take out Tarantula when he enters the penthouse. And all of that before 3 in the morning? Thank you very much. Doesn't seem too difficult. The bottle Gina tossed down so we could communicate with each other is hanging there. Gina, everything okay?
Yes, Brian.
There wouldn't happen to be a mafia-like men's suit up there.
No, I checked around the room before, and I'm pretty sure there's nothing like that.
Sure that...
No, and I don't care how dirty you are right now. This is no time to be dressing to impress.
Look and see whether Bennett's got $10 million in the ironing room, will ya?
You bet, Brian. I'll go look right this minute.
Good. Are you just saying yes like you always do to idiots?
What do you think?
Let's talk about something else. You've given me so much new info, I've hardly had time to take it all in.
Yeah, a lot has happened in a very short time.
Tell me about Tarantula and the guy buying the Trantonite again.
Okay.
The sale will take place here tonight. The Italians are sending their man. Name is Furio, with the 10 million bucks at 3 in the morning.
So that's what this is all about? All the deaths? Just for money?
For a lot of money. And let's not forget the pleasure of killing. Pay attention, Wasabi. We gotta be ready for another visit.
What visit's that?
Bosco's coming here tonight.
The dead bloke?
He's alive. He's
Oh.
incredibly tenacious. Half-vet still at stand guard.
So Miss Palmer and Tarantula are the same person.
Yeah, she's the only person responsible for everything that's happened to us. She did away with Kortzmeyer, Bennett. And unless you can avoid it, she'll continue with the judge and me. We'll just become 2 more notches on her gun.
What about Gabbo?
I think he's locked up in the same room where we saw the recordings of your therapy sessions. I hope he's all right.
An alien spacecraft. Everything makes sense now.
Wait, you believe that? According to Bennett, it was just a fantasy that your mind created on the basis of some reality.
Look, Gina, there are 2 possibilities. Either I'm crazy, or the Trantorians exist. Frankly, the second option is more appealing to me. I still can't believe all the stuff about Bennett.
Bennett was a good guy who believed in you. He put himself in a lot of danger to save you, and you owe him a lot, Brian. A lot.
Well, over time, we'll come to terms with all this. Hey, what's the name of that horror movie we saw last summer?
Brian, don't tell me you can't remember. It's called...
Again? How can this be?
Hey, look, I'm not telling. Let's see if you can think of it on your own.
I'm gonna keep checking things out down here, Gina.
Be careful.
I really like climbing in it. Fascinating. Even more bags of dirty laundry. Leave 'em be. It must be the chute they used to drop laundry from the other stairwell. No. No, while talking to Gina, all I saw were a bunch of bags of dirty clothes. Probably leads inside the building. Probably leads inside the building. I doubt I'd ever manage to get it open. Plus, I don't want to risk anyone seeing me inside of the building. In here, it's a different story. I don't think the laundry staff works at this hour. I doubt I'd ever manage. No, after the golden chicken's leg, I've already had my maximum DPA. I can't open it, and besides, if I go into the building, it's closed. Even rotund Tom Finnegan, scriptwriter extraordinaire, would fit inside. I have no intention of doing any laundry. You know, I like the two-color design of the washing machines better. I apparently have nothing to dry. They're full of white plastic bags like the ones in the tanks, but these ones are empty. No. If it wasn't blocked with those bars, I could have tried to use... Who could have left that out there? Hey, it's not a rag. It's a scarf with strange markings. Call the police. Yeah, sure. Just what I need to do right now. Yuck. Gross. Call the police. Sure thing. Not necessarily. I don't really see what's so funny. I don't see what good it would... Ah! Ew! I don't... Okay. I don't think... The door is open. The only thing in here are stacks of leaflets. Not much of a loot. The Pink Iguana? Where have I heard of that place before? The Pink Iguana. That sounds so familiar. But not because I've actually been there, you realize. No, not a bad idea. But perhaps I should do something with all those little pieces of paper before sticking them inside. They're full of what? I don't want to... Better not even try. I'd rather not... What if the rubble breaks? What with the many uses one has? Not a... I'd better hold back. I don't like that idea. Everything in the one on the left is worthless. And in the one on the right, there's a suit. Nothing of interest in the card. But on the right, there's a suit. Pants, jacket, shirt, tie, but it's really wrinkled. It's clean, but it looks like someone took a siesta on top of it. It's clean, but all wrinkled up. I guess they use it to take the carts out into the street. I think they lead out to the alley. Wait, those doors can't be opened from the outside, and I may need to come back in later on. It's decided. I won't leave here until I can set up a system allowing me to open the doors from the outside. Yeah, I could use it to keep the doors from closing. But if someone walks by, they could remove it and I'd be right back where I started. I've got it! The scarf is so thin that I can slip it under the door, and if I tie one end to the bar that opens the door, I can just tug on the other end from the outside and presto! It's open sesame time. Perfect. I'm sure that'll work. The two on either...
Despite the apparent lack of any millionaire ladies, I'll speak to you for a while, but don't think that sets any precedent.
Aren't you afraid to go out in such a dark alley?
Not at all, my boy. Though one time, a guy showed up, slashed me with a switchblade twice, and said, "My psychiatrist insists I have to share my pain with others. Thank you for your help."
Are you sure you're a good actor? Prove it.
I don't like that idea. There are probably better ways to waste my time.
Come on, just try.
I don't think that will come in handy. Hey, that might just work.
Hey, you're imitating me.
Great idea.
Great work.
Presto. I'll try again.
Hey, no need to continue. I'm convinced. You can stop imitating me now.
No reason to do that for the time being.
Okay, stop pretending to be me.
I wonder how that could be useful to me.
Because I just learned how to slam a good punch and my hands are feeling a bit itchy.
Sir, you've convinced me. Nothing like a sock and a kisser to promote dialogue.
You look pretty healthy considering the life you live.
A veritable disaster. I'm in such good shape that I spend entire days at the hospital. The doctors think it may be some strange disease.
Who's the
One of our illustrious customers, a bigwig from the movie industry. He's gonna give me a nice role. That's why I've been buttering him up.
Are you alone?
The restaurant's closed and I'm by myself. I have to wait for the drunkard at table 23 to wake up before I can go home.
I'm gonna go keep begging and stuff.
Finally, I was starting to think you were gonna propose.
Better not even try. It's locked with a pet. If it weren't so wrinkled, I could use it as a part of my anti-tarantula plan. Let's check out just how silly the idea of tying the scarf to the bar on the door was. Turns out my crazy idea works after all. Gina, everything okay?
Yes, Brian.
I saw an iron up there before, didn't I?
Yep.
Perfect. I'm going to tie a suit, shirt, and tie to the wire. You just pull it up, then lower it back down to me, all nice and ironed. Can you do that, honey? Hello? Gina? You there? Hey! No reason to be so rude. Hey, I didn't do such a bad job. And the best part is now I have most of the disguise ready, except for a few little details. One, the volunteer. I'm not sure who it could be yet. Two, The costume. I've got the perfect suit, but it's missing something. 3. Get $10 million. Okay, my fundraising efforts are not going well. I don't have a dime. 4. The trap. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten very far on this task. I think it'll fit Jonah like a glove. No, don't want to wake up the guy getting... No. I don't see... No thank... Yes, sir. The one from... Hey, Tom.
What do you need?
I need a volunteer to play the role of the Italian mafia thug.
Don't look at me, pal. My talents as a performer are 0. You know, we script writers are frustrated actors, and actors are just crappy waiters.
Can we go...
Let's...
I'd rather not... Tell me...
I have adapted a famous novel for a video game. It's called The Unbearable Lightness of Being the Shooter.
Thanks.
Thank you.
One can see the night sky has cleared up. Judging by the height I'm at and the electrical storm brewing, I wouldn't be surprised if $10 million fell from the sky at any moment. If I lifted it a little, taking into account the variables of slope, distance, tube sliding index, initial momentum and bodily acceleration, as well as air velocity and bearing, relative humidity and ambient temperature, I'm not saying I wouldn't be able to reach Bennett's and slide down through a window entering the dining room and knock Tarantula out with a mighty slap across the face, but I think my original anti-tarantula plan is much better and more fun too. I think if I lift initial... I'm not saying I wouldn't be able to reach Bennett's and slide down through a window entering the dining room and knock Tarantula out with a mighty slap across the face, but I think my original anti-tarantula plan is much better and more fun too. No, it's... despite the sign... If it cooled. Now? Not necessarily. I won't get any... I better... I don't like... I better... I don't like... I better... Nope. I prefer to leave it alone. That liquid will knock you... No, if it... The helmet... No reason... to your lip. No, I think there's a police station nearby. I see many uses it might have in the plan I've cooked up, but not the way it looks right now. I'd rather not. Better not. That won't work.
I'm gonna marry your daughter. What? You don't have a daughter? Doesn't matter. Let's discuss the dowry anyway.
How do you think you'd do at playing an Italian mafia thug?
Oh, mamma mia, your papa is dead, and your grandpapa is dead. Your great-grandpapa is dead. Your great-great-grandpapa dead. Your great-great-great-grandpapa, he too, dead. All dead.
Perfect. Now listen up. I need you to play a starring role as Furio, the Italian mafia kingpin, and hand $10 million over to Tarantula, a psychopathic, ruthless mercenary.
A piece of cake. But the script. I am a method actor, you know. Without the script, I have no confidence. And without the confidence, I cannot act. And if I cannot act, the mercenary, she cut my little jewels of the familia off of my little body. And with my little jewels of the familia cut off, oh, mamma mia.
Okay, I'll get you a script then. We got a deal?
Someday I'll ask you for a favore. In the meantime, yes, get me the script.
Well, it seems getting my hands on a script will be easy. Hey, Tom.
What do you need?
I found the perfect buyer for the script about the nerdy guy.
But we hardly even sketched it out.
Our buyer wants me to write a scene for him that he thought of.
Shoot. Here we go again. Back with the old creative producers. What does the scene involve?
Furio, an Italian mafia thug, goes into Tarantula's lair 'cause she has a precious stone called Trentonite. In exchange for the stone, Furio will give her $10 million.
And the dramatic tension? Where's the dramatic tension?
The appointment was at 3 in the morning, but Furio arrived way early because he's kind of a nervous type.
So Tarantula wasn't comfortable with the whole affair, and Furio had to convince her he wasn't an imposter.
That would work.
Okay. How many golden chickens do you see on my desk?
1.
Good eye, pal. When you see 2, I'll write the scene for that producer. In the meantime, I'll stick to polishing the plot. I've got to narrate.
What is this silliness about the golden chicken?
It is not silliness. It is theft. You've seen 5,000 Ways to Say I Love You, right?
Of course. It won a golden chicken. It's a classic. And what a script.
Thank you very much, pal. Yours truly here authored it.
You wrote 5,000 Ways to Say I Love You? But they've made sequels and a series, and you should be filthy rich.
Yes, but someone stole my script and kept the chicken, the money, and the recognition.
Who stole your script for 5,000 Ways to Say I Love You?
I can't remember his name. A novice of a writer. A boozed-up clown who was always falling asleep after lunch, no matter what greasy spoon he was in.
Thank you. Bearing in mind what I've been... If the last... There's my chicken. I bet that's the one they gave him for stealing the script of 5,000 Ways to Say I Love You. No, the way he's holding on to it, he's sure to notice its weight missing on his stomach. It's shaped almost the same, and even though it weighs slightly more, it should do the trick. Shoot, he almost woke up. The piece of rubble is nearly perfect for switching with the golden chicken. Too bad it doesn't weigh a tiny bit less. Although... This should be called 5,000 Ways to Drive Brian Crazy. But the payback is always worthwhile in the end. It's the greatest honor bestowed upon scriptwriters.
What do you need?
I need to tell you that I see 2 golden chickens on your desk.
Yeah, I see 'em. I'm looking at 'em. All right, have a seat while I write the Furio and Tarantula scene for our buyer. Mister, you've got your script here.
Go, look, take, speak with, use with. The eternal questions, huh? Thanks, Tom. I'll make good use of it. Perfect. Thanks to this, Jonah will help me out for sure. And the best part is that my anti-tarantula plan is getting closer and closer to being complete. I'll give it to Jonah at the very last minute. You know actors, if they over-rehearse, they start to recite their lines mindlessly and lose that natural flair. And that's no joke.
Never. Not on your life. Not in a million years. By the way, what were we talking about?
I have a script. I'll give it to you in a while, and we'll rehearse, okay?
May I answer no? If so, I would prefer to say yes. Jonah Johnson, just here to help you.
I'm gonna go...
Then I have no...
I don't think that's a great... Joe...
Jonah Johnson, here to help you. No, I take that back. You're helpless.
I have a script. I'll give it to you in a while, and we'll rehearse, okay?
May I...
I'm gonna...
I'll...
Pretty cool, huh? If you insist. Beggars can't be choosy. Exactly $1,500. Exactly. Hey, that might just work. If I place one bill on top of each stack of leaflets in exactly the right way, it could pass for $10 million. Well, that's one less thing on my anti-tarantula plan to-do list. That's it. I think it's becoming clearer and clearer to me just what the tarantula trap could consist of. But I've got to put on the old thinking cap again. Done. The nest. Hey, Tom.
What do you need?
Our bio.
Of course not. It's 6 pages long. Even the most intellectual.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I took it out of the briefcase so that the stacks of bogus bills would fit. I don't want to give. I don't like that idea.
Oh, a hobo. Were you both?
Your breath.
My ex-wife used to tell me the same thing. Hot cakes. Believe me when I say I got drunk just for you. Only your beauty twofold could surpass the vision of your beauty onefold. You both look just lovely. In fact, I like the other you even more. Farewell.
I have a.
May I answer no? If
Why are you?
since Script Planet is this week,
I'm.
then I.
I'll give it to Jonah at the very last minute. You know actors, if they over-rehearse, they start to recite their lines mindlessly and lose that natural flair. And that's no joke. I don't think that will come in handy. One, the volunteer. Done. Jonah will be my actor, and I'll hand the script over to him when everything is about ready. 2, the costume. I've got the perfect suit, but it's missing something. 3, get $10 million. I've got the dough, or something that looks like it at least. Done. 4, the trap. I don't see it. The briefcase full of bogus cash could fool Tarantula for a second or two, but then what? I won't get anywhere doing that. It's great to be all generous and charitable, but to such an extent. I don't want to do. Better store up my adrenaline for a. No, no. I better not wait. I better. Oh, that's a wonderful idea. I heard it once at a suicide I don't like. The pink iguana. The pink iguana. Didn't you? No, it's fine. If everything goes wrong, at least we have enough money to escape by bus. In business class, maybe. An authentic mafia kingpin suit. Gina, everything okay?
Yes, Brian.
Don't you think throwing an iron at me is a bit, oh, forget it. I got $10 million all by myself.
Really? How'd you manage that?
Oh, you know, just things I do. An Italian mafia kingpin? Can you imagine if he belonged to the Sandretti family?
That did go through my mind, but I'd rather not have to face them again. Even though we came out on top, we stole a nice little fortune from them.
You've...
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna...
Be careful.
I don't... No way. Ah! Better not. No. After ironing it, I don't... Again? No. Someone stored a large quantity of ads for an It's empty. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening to me. If it cools off, I don't know what's Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Better not. It may be stuffed with... I don't see... No. Nope. I prefer... Good plan. I'll spray the leaflets with the chloroform, and when Tarantula opens up the briefcase, she'll immediately faint.
Boys and girls, do not try this at home, especially on $10 million.
No, if it... Hey, Tom.
What do you need?
Thanks. An authentic mafia kingpin suit. One, the volunteer. Done. Jonah will be my actor, and I'll hand the script over to him when everything is about ready. 2, the costume. I've got the perfect suit, but it's missing something. 3, get $10 million. I've got the dough, or something that looks like it at least. Done. 4, the trap. The stacks of phony money will distract Tarantula for just long enough to allow the chloroform to overwhelm her. However, a true mafia kingpin would never carry around a briefcase like the hunk of junk I've got here. Great idea. Done. I think it'll work great as part of the Mafia Kingpin costume. What kind of shady deal could go down without including a silver briefcase? At last! With this in the suit, the costume problem is finally solved. Cool. I realize now that I've got the costume, the 10 million bucks, and basically everything for the perfect trap. All I have to do is get the anti-gas helmet to Gina and dress up my volunteer. Here we go. The time has come to put my plan into action. You look awesome, Jonah. I'm sure they'll fall for it.
Sir, perfection is my only defect.
No, Jonah. Remember, you're supposed to be Furio.
Mamma mia! I almost put my foot in the mouth of myself!
Well, don't worry about it. Come on, Jonah. You can do this. No performance is beyond your acting skill.
I cannot do it. It is impossibile. Impossibile. I cannot.
Why cannot you?
I am scared, like a little chicken.
Scared?
The stage fright. The most monstrous, hugest man I ever seen in front of the building door. Mekitico, man. It is a bull. It is a gargantuan bull of a Spanish matador. I don't move up from here until the bull goes arrivederci. Capisce?
All right, yeah. Capito. Guess I have no other choice. Let's go check out the bull of the Spanish matador. Jonah's right. That ox is huge. But it doesn't matter. I have to get him to shoe, or my plan goes awry. If things turn sour for Gina, she can always jump off the balcony knowing the awning might break her fall. No, that wouldn't work. I forgot Gina's not insane. Yes, that would be a grand place to launch my attack against the bull of the Spanish matador from. But there's one little problem. Getting up there. That's the main entrance to Bennett's building. The back entrance is a suicide slide currently out of order. Even if we assume the bull will let me by, then what? I better stick to the plan. Jonah's the one going in there. So, let's just clear the path for him. I have to get him to shoe, or my plan... I don't think that I can provoke him into chasing me and get him away from the main entrance that way, but where do I run to? Beyond the shadow of a doubt, one of the most brilliant ideas I've come up with in years. Come on, let's get this over with. Hey, Fatso! You waiting for somebody? It's me, Brian. Brian Basco. The bull is beaten. Now I'll find Jonah.
You are sure? No more bull of the Spanish matador?
Of course not, Jonah.
Bene, it is arrived. The moment of my starring role. I come to you. Great seventh art. Furio is here.
I know exactly what you're thinking. That I'm going to send the hack actor into the fire while I just kick back and relax, right? Well, you've got it wrong.
Signorina Tarantula, where is the miraculous stone?
You're early.
Oh, mamma mia. My mother, she made the fettuccine all'arrabbiata that is like for licking the fingers, and she said, Furio, my sweet boy, don't come home late from killing the people or the pasta. It becomes like the sole of a wet shoe. What a lousy screenwriter has written this crappy dialogue. You're right. I'm early. And so what?
The cash.
Signorina Tarantula, it is a pleasure to do the business with you. Right to the point.
Bad hair day. Miss Palmer, nice dress.
I owe you my life, and especially my daughter's. Consider yourself a free man, Mr. Basco. Tomorrow I'll make it official. Now, there's a lot of work to be done. The police are on their way.
Is anyone gonna come untie me?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
For your mercy, for your lust, for your friendship, for your good, for your humanity, for your romance.
Guido contento perché la vita mi sorride. Vado a fare un lavorino che mi ha chiesto il mio zio Carlo. E quando tornò, 2 cadaveri nel bagaglio.
Signorina Tarantula, it is always a pleasure to do the business with you. Always to the point. I'll give you the trend tonight to the Sandretti brothers pronto. Enjoy the $10 million.
E quando tornò, 2 cadaveri nel bagaglio. Guido contento perché la vita mi sorride. Vado a fare un lavorino che mi ha chiesto.
Are you impressed? We robbed the Sandrettis for the second time.
It could become our specialty, till they find out it's just volcanic rock.
One thing. How'd you get in here?
It was easy. I started a telepathic conversation with Alpha, who disintegrated my body and sent my particles to a parallel dimension where Bennett was living on the ground floor. Then he reintegrated them, returning me to our dimension and...
This is not the restaurant tonight. Knock it down at the door, ragazzi!
Run!
Time is running out, faded clouds of blood. There's no hope if we stay here. Run away with me from this maddening world. We'll be there if we stop. Time is running out, faded clouds of blood. There's no hope if we stay here. Run away with me from this maddening world. We'll be there if we stop now. Speak out loud. Make up your mind. You can hide from the past. Say what you want and pull yourself together. Leave all your goals behind. Let me hear your voice. I won't let you down. I just found an emotion. Run away with me from this maddening world. We'll be there if we stop right now.
When I saw how much you hurt me, I bought the devil his soul. When he saw how much I love you, the devil sold me his soul. Now my dear, I can't do nothing but hate, and all my hate is for you. I bought the devil his soul. Good old Satan sold me his soul.
Ho un cadavere nel bagaglio, guido contento perché la vita mi sorride. Vado a fare un lavorino che mi ha chiesto il mio zio Carlo. E quando tornò,
Intolerable, unendurable, insufferable! This game is even worse than the previous one. It's got tons of pixel hunting and more bugs than that entomologist in Chapter 3. The plot's impossible to follow. The puzzles are all completely unbelievable. The dialogue couldn't be any duller. The drawings look like they were doodled by some cross-eyed artists, and the colors remind me of bubblegum. The characters have got too much texture. The visual effects look like kindergartners did them. The animations were just thrown together. And the music, it sounds like some synthesizer from the 80s. To sum it all up, I loved it. They don't have me locked up in a loony bin for nothing, right?